clear on some issues. General, I know that when you purchase a pendrive, it is empty, and the data on any pendrive is generated by someone. So the pendrive that you attach to the hard copy and exhibited as Exhibit F, who generated or placed the data on it? Because when you were asked, you said you don't know what was on it. Who generated the data on the pendrive?
My Lord, as I said, honestly, I haven't seen the pendrive and its contents till today. And I was relying on the hard copies. But the evidence is gathered by our Elections Directorate and the Legal Directorate.
So they gave it to you and you exhibited it as part of your evidence?
No, I did not exhibit that document.
As part of the petition, he did not exhibit it. He made it quite
Exhibit F.
Statement.
So he swore on oath that it's for him, and he brought his word.
He exhibited it. So I want to find out who generated it. So it means your election generated it and gave it to you and you exhibited it without seeing it.
Hard copies of the document. Because of the time pressure, I was discovering this thing today.
Okay,
so that's why I indicated
Then I want to be very clear on these issues too. Very, very important to me. Now, in all the figures that were mentioned as a valid vote cast and all those things, you were saying if the figures were correct, and that there were inconsistencies in the figures, I want to ask you, now, in your own calculation, what were the total valid votes cast in the presidential elections on 7 December 2020? In your own calculations.
My Lord, those calculations are reserved for a meeting for us to reconcile the figures, because the first respondent herself keeps changing the figures. And so it is when you bring your
Nketia, help the court. You see, when you started giving evidence, you said you had all the representatives across the 275 constituencies. You said you put agents to use it. Yes, and they were to collect the figures. You said it. Then he's asking you that from that, what figure did you get? You.
My Lord, I haven't brought that figure to court.
Okay. Then, from your own calculations, what were the valid votes cast in favor of the petitioners? To your knowledge?
My Lord, when we discovered this discrepancy, it was difficult to even know which figures are.
You don't know. You just answer. You don't know.
I don't have them here.
Okay. Then the last one. What figures from your own calculations did the second respondent get as the total valid votes cast in his favor?
My Lord, I don't have those figures here.
Thank you. That's all.
Mr. Asiedu Nketia, you have referred